A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. It's Shay Seeking or Shalonda. Welcome back to the platform. I appreciate you guys being here. I am so upset. That's okay, because I'm about to just go get my feet done anyways, but I'm so upset I cannot find my Vaseline. It's the only thing I like to put on my feet. I hate putting lotion on my feet. When I get to my feet and I'm doing my lotion on my body, I don't put lotion on there. And I don't have Vaseline. There's nothing else I can put on my feet. And I'm so irritated because it just make my feet feel, it's like a sensory issue. But that's all right. Oh, I think I'm about to do this. I don't know. I don't like to say what I'm about to do because then people be acting weird. You know, I was thinking, what if these nail techs is in these gangs too, or they have like chosen girls or whatever like this within the city? Because I was just seeing something the other day. Somebody could be trying to scare me from getting my nails done because yesterday, I mean, I told him he had the nail money on that card or whatever. I'm like, oh, so I'm about to go get my nails done today or whatever like this. I know you've been waiting or whatever. I didn't use it. You know, I'm about to get them. And then he was like, oh, okay, or whatever. And then, like, whatever my other money was. And then I'm like, dude, I'm looking in the car like, where's the car? And he's like, oh, I took it. I'm like, why would you do that? Well, you spent $30. Well, shit, you only gave me $130 to get the nails done. That's still $100. I need that when I go get my nails done. Like, what the hell did you do that for? Knowing that it was going to be like a dent and a reason why I'm not going. But somebody could be trying to stop me to go to nail shop because somebody could be, like I said, this shit go deep, y'all. With nail techs and shit like this, it go a lot deeper. Maybe somebody knows something that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Um, the day after. Also, I was just having a dream about my best friend. I'm thinking we got a candy shop on the screen, but I was thinking, what are you doing in my dream? Trying to show me, like trying to show me your life or something. But it's like these people had went somewhere else, and I don't know if the person was trying to brag or, but the person trusted me with their child. They wanted me to give their child to, they wanted me to give their child to the people to, in this dream. I haven't seen this friend in 4 or 5 years, but she was trying to get me to give her child to the people at school. But I noticed that whatever she was circulating as we was driving around that school, I don't even know why I was in that area. It was like an old town, hidden town or something. I'm like, no, why haven't I lived in this town all my life? Why never I never seen this? I said, oh, I think one time when I was little, I did come here to this weird place with this car wash and this food and this food or whatever, right? I was thinking in a dream, like, wait a minute. No, I do remember this. Like something like this. It was like a whole crazy, it was a crazy ass dream. So I'm not even gonna go into the dream. But I don't know how I ended up with, in this dream, I don't know how I ended up with this child and I was giving this child back over to the people at the school when the kids is lining up to go into the school. And they was like, oh, I know, I know. I was like, well, his mom wanted me to drop him off at school. I don't know which door. He's like, oh, no, here you come, Javier, or whatever the kid's name was. I don't know what it was a little Latino boy. And then I gave him to him. He's like, I know where you got to go. It was like a security guard. But then I sat there for a minute and I pulled off. I'm like, damn. Okay, I watched him go to the door, but I didn't watch him go all the way in. I don't like that feeling. So I swooped back around, and then that's when I end up at the, when I swooped back around to just make sure all the kids had went in the building. That's when I ran into the, I ran into the car wash, at the car wash, yeah. And then I'm like, what the fuck is we doing? And then he was trying to get me to get it, like, oh, whatever, it's 300. I said, 300, you out your, and it seemed like that's the only way I could go to get from where I was. There was no other, like all the streets disappeared. And he was like, yeah, it's only this. And then I'm like, what? And he's like, no, I'm just playing. It's $2. And then I'm like, And but when I went in there, it was like girls, all kind of girls I do adore. It was girls lined up on two sides. You can either take this side or that side. But I don't know. I just think I parked my car and I got out and I started walking around. And then they had all these vendors with this food and stuff. I don't know what the hell that dream was about. All right. I don't know what the hell that dream was about. But whatever was connected to this friend, there was like familiar people around her. And it's like whatever this is, like this hive mentality, these people just took it to like another town and they was doing the same thing. Like I could see her setting up people. You get what I'm saying? I could see somebody setting up people. And then it made me think, well, damn, if this person gave you the child, and then it made me think about this pet cemetery. You get what I'm saying? Somebody trying to do something to their child, blame it on you or blame it on me, or they're done playing mommy or that shit is over with, and then they do something and then try to blame it on the person, right? Blame it on somebody else, or they just done, they want to detach and go do something else and they don't want the child no more because they got to get back in the streets or something. It's something like this because somebody could have an attachment on them. But I was thinking, so that's crazy. If the person brought me back into that dream, I ain't talked to this person in 5 years. It's like writing something off. Like, oh, my caretaker, I trust you with my kid, but now the kid is dead. So what do I need you for? And it's like, what? I don't know. Like maybe that could be what the dream kind of like was about. You get what I'm saying? Because somebody was like, I could see this person setting up like the girl that she was hanging out with. I could see it was like they was trying to set up our life, what we live together again, but with different actors. You know. So maybe this is what somebody did back in the day, because I told y'all, I think that they all had them on the neuro chip. And when my friend told me something one time, I had a vision as she was telling me what happened. It was a lie because I got the real vision in my brain and I knew that that was the truth. And right from that day, that's why they're trying to act like I don't know that that's Orlando Brown or Orlando Brown's twin. That boy that French Montana and them just bragging about getting out of jail or that he out of jail now. Y'all just changed the persona or you brainwashed the person or gave him a gang mentality or something. Because even that dude and that new cook dude that y'all got that be going around acting silly and everything with that cook shit, like eating at places and acting dancing around, that even looked like the French boy. They're doing the same thing over again. They're trying to make it look like this best friend is the owner of whatever this is, but it's not. This is just somebody that did the same thing I told you. She taught those girls how to do it too. Or because that was a weak spot in her gifts that they found out to steal stuff as it comes into me to breed a new colony or to start a new colony. These people are just stealing it. They're lining themselves up in places to where to be to meet up with these people by y'all letting them stay connected to it's going to be like this is going to be, and I'm not talking about no class action where it's a whole bunch of people involved. This is going to be a teaching something for these fucking people. It's like somebody taught these people who this best friend, which would be treasonous as well. Because I'm pretty sure this person must have had a job from a father, a feather, a fake father, or something like this to do around me while being my friend, but a double agent. That's like the closest person to me or something like this for the longest that was not so-called in the family per se. Unless there is some lineage connection throughout the century somewhere, like with our phenotype, that they've crossed paths with these particular type of people before. And they could have let them in. And then I'm saying no, but they already know the whole plan. Like they know God's plan or they got God's plan. It's not the original plan, but they got the plan. And when they move to they kind of place people in locations or whatever they feel what they need. All right. And maybe these people got money or something like this. Maybe these people live in this city. I don't know. I keep getting that bluey energy. Because this may not be per se the Candy energy, but I feel like Katie and Candy are the same person. Or Katie could be a boy and Candy could be a girl or something like this. But we got Again, whoever this beekeeper is, somebody that thinks they's keeping the bees or controlling the hive or controlling the something, this person is not doing a good job because they're still trying to wrap a net around the queen bee, which is it's impossible because I know that I got immunity and because I know that I'm not doing anything. So we got two of wands here. These people is not the most high or something. And that's why I say about this gatekeeper energy. Somebody could be trying to keep me out the gates or keep somebody out of the gates, but can't do that. This is the real power that they want to hold on to. This can't be no beloved energy. This gotta be some type of invasion. And the only person that's saying something that matter is me. When in this Shiloh energy. Somebody could have even did that because they're finding out that this is Shiloh. This is the order or the court now, right? And people have to listen to what I say about the net that they're trying to tangle around me so I could get free and free other people. But they probably don't want that. So somebody could have sacrificed their child because they figured out that the child is not going to be able to bear that energy or bear that name in the future. These could be entities attached. These people could have signed their name over to this devil energy. Or they got wrapped up into something. But I told you, these people is not gatekeepers. These worker bees are in the reverse. Somebody is doing something. There could be a couple of them, and then the other ones are sticking to this guy. The worker bees are sticking to the bee worker. There's a couple of them here, the big old bees right here. Okay? Or, I mean, but this is just a close-up. Somebody could also be saying this is the king and the... If it was such thing as a king and a queen bee, I would go ahead and say that that's the king and the queen bee. But it's not. It might be just two... It's giving me two people that have been in, like, you know, prison or something like that. You know how you could probably hang around some people, and when people get out of prison, they usually really buff. They be swole. Ain't that what they call it? When somebody get out of prison, they be swole. That might be even swole up with sexual urges, but swole usually be like, you know, somebody that's stocky or, you know, muscular. So these could be trying to act like the king, the queen bee, or two queen bees or something in the reverse. This could also be this Foxy Brown versus, I'm about to say Kim Kardashian versus little Kim, something like this. But I feel like a masculine, whoever this male is that these people was calling God, this person was childish, and this person was childish and like, arrogant, and I don't know, something like this. And what was I gonna say? And atrocious, and somebody that invades in your privacy, somebody that pushes their way in. You know, one of them dudes you say, nah, I'm good, I don't want your number. And they're like, oh, come on, and then start pulling on your clothes and shit. Like something like that. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, this could be this LeVar energy, but if these people ran away, they can't come back. I don't trust them. I don't trust them to come back. And especially if they were coming back, you would not be able to open up your mouth in court or in positions or situations where it's important, because somebody would be looked at as a manipulator, a liar, somebody that runs. Yeah, we got a heavy, dirty soul. So I don't know if these people be running all the time or something like this. Okay. But again, somebody is not getting passage here. And then we got these two well, I wouldn't say they queen bees. It don't look like a queen bee, but these could be a different type of, two bees that are really big from a different colony or shipped in from a different prison. I don't know. Somebody could be from a different land, like somebody bringing some type of, somebody's bringing in, like transporting people from prison. Say Africa is taking 10 prisoners from America, and then 10 prisoners from, you know, Africa is coming here. They're trying their best to flood out the nation by, you know, foreign imposters. And even if these people are not, even if your family was plants or mine, like all of them come from different countries too. They're not all from the same, like everybody ain't from Cambodia. You got somebody from Cambodia, somebody from Africa, somebody from Mexico, somebody something, and I'm America. Like I'm always the odd one out. with all these people stripping the power from me, using it for themselves and oppressing me. And that's why I said it's like, no, no. Somebody could be blocking something. This is somebody that feel like they had a kid by someone, but even this kid could have died before people realized that was never that dude's kid. The person just wanted to have everything go to that kid. But if you say to somebody, this is like this Saddam Hussein energy, and that's my dad, but they pretended like she was his child. Say that was one of my feathers or one of my fathers, but my spouse. So it looked better on paper for this person to be with my man or my masculine. Because when I looked at him yesterday, I'm like, oh, you look kind of really different. He was acting different and looking different. And more like Mexico. I'm looking at him like, that's Mexico. When I looked him in his face, when I woke up, like I woke up in the morning, he woke me up saying something. And I actually, usually I don't even look, but I looked in his face and I'm like, oh. So something that they're doing is getting junky. Somebody could have been taming some bees or bitches or snakes or a snake charmer or something like this. But the point is, now it's time for them to go ahead and tell me the truth that, hey, this was your portion that was left by this feather. We're not the people that was supposed to be the ones that was in power. But they'll rather get rid of me or try to kill me or put precious charges or something. This is the only reason why these neighbors live over here next door to me, is to put stuff in and around the house and try to seem like there's a crime here. So these are two worker bees. They might have a lot of money, but I look at it like they can't be a part of my body no more because, if I was able to detect it back then, I would have stopped it right then. But if you're connecting yourself to my friends and whatever like this, and they're the ones empowering you and paying you and something off of my kingdom, you or them can't come back into this kingdom. That's what I'm saying. It's just like absolutely not. Yeah, they're trying to do something here. Lost stars, double rainbow. Somebody could be in the military here. Okay, high honor in reverse. This could also be somebody has some type of imprinting on them, like on their child or some type of something with the child. And they could have sacrificed the child because a child was not holy or something. I don't know, y'all, but somebody is not being seen in high honor for doing this. So say this is me, my child, the person just pretended to have a child by my person. I think it's both, whoever this is or yours. They pretended to have a child by your person. They said, no, you're not doing this. You're not giving my child no paternity test. It is. You're the only one. But no. The person dies. They're away from their real family. Say this is some kind of pagan shit where, remember what I told you, my man got like COVID like 4 or 5 years ago, and I think he could have died in the hospital or died while they was taking him around to these places, or they just gave me a clone of him and then they put him in some kind of facility or amongst one of the clan. If these people got a hidden clan that been around me all my life, they could have hid him amongst this clan and he died amongst these people. He could have got better and didn't come back. He got in the game, learned what these people was doing. Don't go chasing waterfalls. He chased waterfalls, whatever. Since these people knew, and that was the original person or something like it, close enough, they could have knew something or whatever this is. And they mad because the Shiloh thing didn't work, naming that child Shiloh. But at the same time, they could have got the money. This could be somebody that even could have been doing it for some other mysterious reason because they're not understanding. I won't be happy until it's at its original source. I don't want you putting something in your name, coming back to me saying, hey, let's get together with each other. I will be dying of the sins that you're doing. Why would I have to do that when I was the person's original spouse? The only spouse. And the person never divorced me before they died. So why would I Why would I have to do that? It's because somebody want to be in charge. This is the person like to hold the remote controller all the time. They want you to come play the video game at their house all the time so that they can be in charge of, how long they keep the remote control if you get to play a little bit or not. And it's like, no. It's like these people is you like fired. I don't know. You got to find something else to do. And if they've been using all these people and misleading these people, like I'm the queen, listen to me. This is how we do things around here. Then I don't know. Now they get to be one of those people that's gonna have to find a boss, a street boss, and then be with those people and do what they do or something like this, and lose all that memory and all of the tools and services that they had because they was the regal. This is like regal squad energy. Like you got these are regular people, but because they was tied to me as the queen, they had the most extensive. If they were weaponized, they had royal weapons. So when you start using the royal weapons against the royal because you want to be the boss, that's a no. That means that these synths or these people, they were calculated to, you see, they were calculated. Somebody fine-tuned these people to be able to keep the secret about who I am, even from me, and take care of shit without nothing have to be said about it. So I'm getting the double rainbow energy. And the last time I seen a double rainbow was the day that my best friend had to bury her brother because I think he got sick or something. He passed away. Tony. And when I came, excuse me, when I came home, and I think came home, I parked in the driveway for a minute. I was just thinking, I was like, damn, you know how it is when people pass away, and you be like, just damn, you got to take a little minute to reflect. And then I think I went back out to go to I went to go somewhere, and up just right up the street across the way, and then when I looked up, it was a double rainbow. It was a double rainbow up. So I don't know. Hello from the other side. This energy is here in reverse. The Hierophant is here as well. This person is being seen in not high honor. Again, like I said, people could say, oh, I'm not my father's, because these people were producing. They were trying to do the same thing God was doing. So my friends and stuff was using secret stuff that's only made to empower the kingdom. It ain't got nothing to do with these workers, but they could have been using it on themselves to populate themselves. Genetically modify their something. Somebody could have found out that this person was doing this. Because like, if, let's say in the Truman Show, if these people were so close to me, somebody could have automatically brought these people on board. Automatically, if this is like a Nike energy, the goddess. And that's what I'm saying about Nike. All these terms and stuff, this is tied to America or origins or gods or creating. Did Nike ask the god of Nike if they could use that name to be Nike? Well, I was wondering, did anybody think about that? Because these people be trying to cover they whatever, and then they end up getting a contract with Jordan. And if I'm one of Jordan's girls, meaning that this is like a God's daughters, or these are the most high energies, or a king of kings energy, that I'm not my father. That you had a contract with that person. Gods like me, we don't do contract. There's nothing you could do about us. So you just hope that they good gods until you piss them off and start trying to sting them and do these things like this, and then shit could get real bad. So, think about that. If these people were in that energy, supporting these people, taking care of them really, really good, because they know if these people went missing for real, I would I would uh I would have been sad before I could see the world at this level. But I don't think it is nothing like eating a fruit or doing like this. Somebody could have said, no, she had sex with me. She drank from my cup. That's why. No, it was time. It was time. It was time. It was time for something to happen that somebody been stopping over and over again. It's time for it. All right. That's not like, oh, Adam and Eve. Now we rotated amongst or above the Adam and Eve energy, and we in a God complex here. So that's not even the same. You couldn't even use that and say, oh, you drank from the fruit. Because God said that they couldn't drink from the eat from the that ye or yea cannot. You see what I'm saying? It didn't say God can't. You get what I'm saying? It didn't say God can't. You understand? Because what was they gonna do? They was gonna eat the stuff, and they knew they was gonna be like God, didn't they? They thought that they was gonna. So again, this waspin energy, this can't even be the truth. You know what I'm saying? This can't even be the truth. It can't. So I don't know if this Kimmy energy is trying to say that this person is their child. These people could be getting blocked out of some type of empire, but these are, I don't know, these people want to be having something to do with the throne. So they think that they like, oh, you told too much information. We gonna go on your page and we gonna go and see all the stuff that you said, and we gonna study that for the next, and you getting your ass cursed every time you do. Because this is about, if you was really one of God's, you would have been in action and on point right then. Whatever, don't try to say I told you shit. If you didn't do it in live real time, because somebody thought that this was a game or something. They thought they thought that they could hustle first and then come back and do this and see how much that money lasts. See how those businesses last. Somebody thought wrong. You just go ahead and say it. You failed for there's nothing you could do now. You failed for the strong delusion. There's nothing you could do now. This could be this Fitzgerald energy and then this Parham energy or something. Like somebody that was closest to me and somebody closest to my person. Trying to get these people out there, but they're not, right? These people are not of something. Okay? These people want to be seen, just like they want us to talk about Epstein all day. The shit don't matter. Now they come sitting here talking about, oh, that's unseen or whatever. No, you seen it. You listening right now. Or as you would not be sending me the song Unseen. You listening right now, you seeing it right now, or else you would not be. So I told you that these people have been trying to blend their family. That means stop, cease and desist. No longer can you do it. Yeah, you might got some shit on there right now, and we're going to weed through that and see who picked you and who picked the crown. Because everybody can't stay. They'll get a fair trial, or this could be even like the witch trials or something like this. Everybody will get a fair trial to see where they stand. If they get a wristband. But as far as I see here, no. This could also be with this Kardashian energy. They're trying to say like, if they, okay, well, damn. This could be them trying to swap out. Yeah, we got Northwest, that's 2. They could be trying to swap out this child. They could have took my child or my genetics to make another child to be under this mother, but it's going to double up. This means that this person, they're trying to make me as if I'm a child and this person is the rich girl and I need to sit. And it's like, no, I'm the head. I'm the God. You're a watered down clone. I'm first and only. You. You. So they could have took this child and swapped this child out within the past 2 years, possibly. Like my child here. Okay. My child here. They could have swapped it out or something and then built up a case as if that child got murdered or something. Lies. But they just replaced it or something, or somebody wants this child underneath their something here. Okay. And then we got this energy here, this blocked energy. This could be a girl that got the crown on their eyes, on their minds. That's not given no access. They could have this 1999 version of me locked up somewhere in another dimension or something like this here. Somebody could be really dark skinned. This could be this Afro Zen energy. Could really be a dude. Could be really a dude. These are people that deal with like coding and different things here. Driving Miss Daisy. Driving this Daisy. What? Maybe somebody did a name swap. driving this Daisy. Because again, if Daisy and them was, I about to say in corruption, was incorporated with these companies that she know a lot about, it really is a guilty plea and it really is a confession, or it's really, what do you say when somebody go in the police station and they're giving their statement, or they're giving their confession. I think it's a confession. That's the best word that we can. Those are their confessions. We're not the same. We're not the same. Okay. And I know that these people is using you, letting this person use my. I think that this could be the green lion energy. You're letting that person wear my spacesuit or something like this. That could be one of Mommy Watts' daughters. Yeah, we got no animosity in death ritual. Like some 4-year relationship with two hotties or something is over. I mean, this could be this Katie energy and my guy, or somebody that was sent towards me to join the team, but this person got them first. Okay? You got them first. You've been stealing royal property, going to jail. Like, it's mixed up how they've been doing it, because you can't tell if they're the children or the, they thought they slick to mix something up so much. And every time they keep doing this, God is just making my information clear. Because that's like me being a tree of life, but or the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And then they cut me off. They took fruit from me to take something, to create something, to give me a shot, to make me not be connected to the tree of knowledge of good and evil. I'm just using that as an example. So scientists found something to give to me to block me from the frequency of all of those, the fruits that fell from that tree, the people that stem from that tree, or whatever. There's no mercy. That's why when they try to be merciless with me, we still feel the same and look the same. We still feel okay. We're still not depressed. We still not scared or nothing like this. But with them, they start moving around like, I don't know, doing whatever they doing here. Somebody's name could be like Damien, something like a name is something like this here. Grief. These people could be losing children now. Even if these are some of the Rolling Stone girls. Because I could have paved a way for that. I ain't gonna lie, Niecy could have paved the way for it too. I could have paved the way for it in a different light. If it was Niecy, it was like violence and a Rolling Stone female that can hang with the dudes. But with me, it's just an authentic, tender energy, Rolling Stone energy. It just, I know how to go through something and not expect something or detach myself from something. People would look at it like cold-hearted, but it's just godly. I know how to be of service while I'm in control, not to somebody else, and be whatever. It's just they know that they have to make me think they can't do too much monitoring or manipulating, or else I'm going to catch on, because I'm the type of being that I am. We not looking for no other nigga. We looking for what you trying to put over our head. You get what I'm saying? We ain't looking for nobody like that. We looking for motherfuckers trying to trap. We looking over our head. We worry about ourselves in a sense, like that, covering the corners. We're not trying to go do whatever. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, when somebody is surrounding you, see, you ain't checking for them because they ain't gonna be able to do too much, right? So you ain't really checking. Oh, these people about to give me a headache. So yeah, this could be also somebody that was coming after the brown-skinned woman, and then now they want these two, the daughter and then this Kardashian. But like I said, this person ain't really coming with nothing but some type of force or regulating skills and having an eye on the throne. And then again, that'd be crazy because what if these two people think, even if this is this golden child energy, using this Wakanda shit, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's a general. You know, these people could have started, oh, it's like Wakanda was for something else started here. But they've done stealing information and intel from America. And so now they letting these particular type of people in. Oh, that's a general. We can use that person. We could do this. We could do that. Blah, blah, blah. That's a scientist. We can use that person. I know that this have something to do with Jay-Z and Farrakhan them and whatever the death ritual or whatever they did before. It was never about color because then y'all let Kanye West. Because these ain't nothing but yays. That don't mean that these people get automatically get attached to these people's bloodline and can take stuff from them and they're going to get on the will of these people once they make it to this level. It would be because that would be leaving your will to your own self. You can't leave your will to your own self. They're dead. Ray J and them, whoever these other ones is. You can't leave your will to yourself. Because a lot of these selves is not, they're only minute little, you know, peach tree, something like this. The way you know is the way they speak. How you gonna hide your godness, your godliness? Oh, I only speak like that behind, so people can't see. No, it comes a time where you gotta make that call. You're not gonna be able to play with me and say that I was talking like this or talking like that. Yeah, I might talk like just a regular person and talk like whatever when I'm by myself, but in public, you gonna hear me roar. I'm not about to be sitting up in here fucking playing with you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not about to sit here and waste my time online. You know what you listen to when you listen to me. You get what I'm saying? So, like, what you got to hide it for? Huh? So, this could be something like this. Somebody could have got rid of somebody because they want the wife or something. And this person like, oh, well, if they made that off Shalonda's genetics, then if she really ain't white or whatever, get the fuck out of here. Y'all want this family tree so bad. Like I said, this person could have been also 99. They get their persona from me being urban, but then you spinning it with somebody that looked like this. And then talking about black, oh, the white man, or talk about all that shit. Y'all phony. But you're not going to be able to play that shit with me. You're not about to be able to play that shit with me because whatever your creative endeavors or something like this, if these people is connected to me, this could also be who was the only one in the temple. And then talking about, oh, this is a twin flame. No, this is, people were aiding and people were squatting in my energy probably since 1999. They probably talk like me, probably something like this. Even be this Gates energy. Cause it's like Kim Kardashian about to be in the I need a soldier energy like Beyonce and them was when that shit came out. Okay, who gonna stand up for me? Person could have been crying. These are people that they let girly tears get to them. Girls that they seen. Say this was a person on my team. This was one of my strongest men. And because you seen who I was and you seen how I'm coming out, you got jealous of me. Try to make me jealous and do all this other shit, break off of me, be phony to me and everything like this. Why do women like me, that's the real fucking thing, gotta stay in our energy like this once they meet us at our, I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for it. Why do we have to stay like this? Because you, that's what I'm saying. You play with, it's not a trade. Like these women be playing these niggas like with them little tears. Because these men that I don't like to see no woman cry. No, you don't like to see in some of these cases, maybe not this one, but in some of these cases, you don't like to see a man cry. You don't like to see a man imprisoned. You bet that's why you baby the nigga when he get out and bring him all that money and jewelry and shit like this. But when your bitch get out of jail for serving 17 years for you ain't even got that bitch a job and you done got accomplished. Okay? You don't like to see a nigga cry. You don't know you don't like to see a nigga cry because it bring back some kind of trauma about some shit that happened to you. Why you gotta walk around like you so tough and why you don't like something with your same skin color or something like this for real. Or why you gotta try to make it seem like the black women that's fed up even with their own people, that big mama energy come out. Then the first thing you can say is, oh, you prejudiced. Oh, you only prefer light skinned men. That's why you doing like that. But did the fuck you on in the background? Yeah, somebody is crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't like to see men cry. You understand? A man will not embrace another man more than likely when he cry, but it does something to his inside. It make him feel something. A lot of men can sit there these days and watch. We see the videos online all the time. They can watch their woman cry. They can know they turning her gears. They can know, but they mad because she got this gift or whatever this is about this gift, about this flow, about this gift. That's what really grinds it. That's what really grinds somebody's gears. You could watch the woman cry all the time. I'm pretty sure a lot of these women that had postpartum depression was tired and shit after having babies and stuff like this. You know, they got to stay up and everything like this. And these niggas act like, oh, well, that ain't my problem or whatever. I got to go to work the next day. And she crying and shit like, I just can't take this no more. I don't know. Nobody won't help me. And you was all right with that. I told you, they don't like to see niggas cry. They got to do something about it. You understand? It's a little hidden. That's why I said that people need to go get some help. Because people like, yeah, we all, bitch, don't call me and all. The only thing you could say about me right now for the past 10 years, even anyways, is that I got got a bad mouth. I could get foul in the mouth. That's it. It's the only thing you can say about me. No, I'm not going to, I'm not no, oh, we're all wretches and I'm just a wretch like you. No, bitch, you could leave that for you. Ain't no wretched over here. There's no wretch. Tretch. There's no wretch. So you know, we all had to come down here to learn these. No, y'all came down. God made me like I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. So these the niggas. Whoa. Well, these will be the niggas that put their money together to end my life. Okay. We also got this arm here. Okay. So again, these could be arms that they're taking here, or they could be about to turn these girls into little boys. This Alabama Barker could be one. This little kid, what they trying to do to Northwest or something like this. Or if that's my Aubrey Northwest. Because this would be like, I feel like this yay energy and my grandma was connected back in ancient time, like some witch something here. It's almost like a lasher or something like this. But I seen an old article or something like this when I was closer to this Gemini's energy. And I was reading a book and I seen an article. It freaked me out because it was like an old sketch of a woman or something like this. And when I was reading some book, it was some material. I was looking at local or it wasn't local information, but it was something. It was something in some book or something like this. And or it was a clip from a book. And I was like, golly, that kind of looked like my grandma or whatever like this. But it's not like it was from this land. These could be Haitian women. These could be African women. These could be something else. But it was a clip. And then I was like, oh, I see what you're doing. And that's another thing that turned me from that Gemini and had me rip my energy away as far as I can. Because I said, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to bring that grandma. You're trying to use my energy to resurface this grandmother. But God was not pleased with this grandmother because of what they was doing to me. So this is, even if this was the father or this was this feather or this was like this energy like, oh, I almost killed my child or whatever. If they was talking about me or somebody else in this instance here. If they was trying to ever say that this Gemini was my father. Because this Gemini carries the essence. I've seen him carry the essence of the father. Or the swag. I will say the swag of my father. My actually dad. I'll say my dad. The person that raised my dad. I'm not going to say father. I'll say my dad. From Rolling Greens. I've seen him carry the swag of my dad. Mixed with the Valentine boy. Earlier on in this. The clothes, the little leather zip-up jacket, the boots and shit. I've seen that. So this would be me, even if this person's trying to be my alpha, this would be me rejecting this person. Or again, if the original dad was a female or the original dad had been replaced with a female clone or something to take his power away, but reserve something. Well, I would reject the person. See, because everybody must have did something, even if my dad was the first person that was a feminine energy, like a softer energy or something like this. Like when I see my dad, he's like, hey, honey, hey, babe. You know, he ain't like, yeah, what's up? What you need? Da, 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 da. You know, so that's why I'm saying by feminine energy or a caring or tender, much more tender energy. Now, I'm that bitch that, you know, I'm that lioness that, you see what I'm saying? But if I'm finding that there's anything fishy going on behind the scenes, nigga, before I just hate you and whatever to see, I just have to strip your ass down. From, if this is like somebody that's a shepherd in the yard, somebody might just want me to do that. They could be calling me to do because they feel humiliated or they feel some kind of way because somebody else then took their person. And I feel like even we go with Inanna energy here. These are people that were doing sneaking in and snaking people, but people are fighting. If some of these girls like Afro's in and Mommy Water, if these people got big anacondas between their legs, these people, it's their sex or something like this that they're laying these bitches down with. That's why even if it seemed like these people started out in the start out lineup, if they had me with these, none of these bitches was touching me. I feel like until some of these other females that was all in my face found out that these people was going as women, but they got something else between their fucking legs. And then it's a way to smite the child. Even if the child was castrated, say you was a girl that's castrated, you a girl because you was castrated when you was little. It's supposed to make you feel self-conscious or something. I'm not saying that that's my situation. I feel like God made me how I am. I got the same thing between my legs since I was a little kid, and that's what the fuck I plan on keeping. And so, there's nothing. A lot of these people, they look familiar to me because you didn't do nothing. You just got a little money and changed your persona. Somebody is trying to force me into a transformation or something. I'm not doing that. We ain't nothing but at a shopping spree and a spa treatment regularly on a regular basis to the hairstylist. As much as black women change our hair, people, you going through a transformation every fucking day. So you can't fool me, man. You can't fool me. Yeah, because they're trying to ruin the Ace of Cups. That's all. You just really mad because you didn't get the Ace of Cups, and somebody feel like they got defeated, or you done said something that pissed them off, or I said something. But these are people that kept your identity and your existence a secret and kept you in a mental cage, or me, for 30, 40 fucking years. So while they advance, when was it ever going to be the time? You're a fucking abuser. You're a domestic violent person. You're a fucking domestic terrorist. These people are so fucking greedy. They have repopulated themselves as children, brought themselves. These same people is grown as hell. They my age. They got children that they created in their likeness that are sprinkled around this soil in order to continue on, so they can skin hop into them children in 15 years or 20 years and do this shit all over again. You're not slick. You're not slick. And that's why God have wiped. See, my man used to ask me all the time, why did God do that? You think it's okay for God to? Yes, but somebody that got wrapped up into that shit, and now you're not asking that question no more. Because you know why. Something became an abomination or something like this. The wrong people got populated. You didn't listen to what God said. So this is not God's work, or this is not natural, or it's something else. It's like robots are taking over humans and killing humans and turning everybody into a robot. And if you're not a robot, they couldn't just have their robot children and raise them separately or take them in rural areas and do something and be orderly or something. They're trying to use that power to take over something. And I told you, look, I'm looking at these cigarettes and how this even look like a Nike energy in reverse. But this could also be meaning like cigarettes. If you smoke or something, you can't be the God as Nike or something like this. Then I feel like there's always another God that do the same thing that Nike did, right? That could be even more origin. All this, that's why I said they can't even see. They so blind. They can't even see that by you holding this person out of something, don't you see the rest of the shit crumbling? Don't you see there's no new stuff? Don't you see everybody doing all these like, even when it comes to like gym shoes and tennis shoes, everybody's doing these different custom shoes. It's basically coming from, China or something like this or whatever this is, that they putting $10,000, $50,000 on these shoes and shit like this and reselling it to these people. It ain't through Nike, but damn, what was you mad at Nike again for? Cause I don't think that I don't ever think I've been in the store and seen some Jordans, Air Jordans for more than $300 or something like this, like on a regular day basis. But you didn't let somebody else come in and start making these shoes and start selling it to these niggas that got this new money for $10,000 a pop, $5,000. Talk about it's custom. And the shit was, see, so it was never about, oh, the elite and the people, they we only get it for five, they make it over there in China for $2 and they sell them to us for 300, because now they make it for $2 still and they selling it to you for 10,000, and you want to be flossing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't did the inside work or nothing like this. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really checking. You really don't know how to really clock that type of money. A lot of these motherfuckers just got the money and stole the money and took the money so they can have it, and you can't, because somebody was actually going to build a structure or a solid foundation. They wasn't elites. These people wasn't chosen by God to be elites because they was just elite or because they was white, motherfucker. It's the mindset of these people and the abuse that they suffered most times from regular niggas that knew that this person was about to be something. It was just harder to probably steal or, I don't know, do these type of heists back in the day. With the internet, they said, oh, things gonna be, yeah, it's easier to steal too. It's easier to steal too. Because even when you think about it, back in them small towns and shit like this, small town USA, when somebody go into the bank, these people that had this money, they knew what you look like, your kids look like, your wife looked like. They knew. Nobody wasn't just going up in there taking you. People, motherfuckers trying to expand to the snake and the Trojan horse is this fast expansion into something. You don't see that it's going back, and you don't see that the only reason for this AI shit and these little things that they doing right here is because people are embarrassed, or they don't love themselves, or they human, or they look different, or they're not supposed to be, or they can't mix in with society, and they're putting these masks on as AI and coming in that way, in that direction. Like somebody ain't looking at something some kind of way here. I tried to catch it, it fell. It was lies. You're not getting this shit again. It's time for these people. It says it in the Bible. Nah, these people thought they was what? Nah, these the people that's going to be worshiped at my feet. The people that the richest or the greatest or the most powerful, they're the ones that's going to be the lowest. So you could run around and try to make the world look at me like I'm powerless because all these people keep stealing stuff from me, sneaking in my house, probably having sex with me in my sleep, you know, doing all this shit. But you're making yourself, you're raising me up. I told you, because you can't help yourself. That's what I'm saying. These people can't help. I'm trying to tell you what they can't help. They want to say I'm jealous, like I sit online and try to see how big this person's mansion is, how many cars they got in their garage. Like I'm talking about vehicles, like real with 4 wheels and stuff like this. I don't give a fuck. I don't Google these people's net worth. The fuck? I'm worried about mine that you're trying to steal and add to yours. So then now I'm going to just have to take it all. And then you're going to have to go back down to the dust because you done connected my money with yours. So that's like intellectual property. If you made something with mine while you was connected to my domain, who's to say you didn't? Since 1999. You know, the style of music did change a lot too. And actually, this a public, just like they try to do a controlled demolition of my existence before I could even get it and use it. Yeah, I'm just speaking about it publicly as a controlled demolition of your shit. God can do the same thing. So why you saying, ain't we? No, you never discussed nothing with me. No, nobody never discussed any fucking thing with me. You just been doing whatever you want to do. And somebody's like, good, finally we're free or something. No, nigga, ain't nobody free. Ain't shit free over here. You better call me the Taliban, motherfucker. And just be glad that my intentions for children is never going to be horrible. If they could be saved. That's like people like Malcolm X and them saying, never let the enemy teach you. But then these people's children or them are coming through their children. And what are they doing? Bypassing the parent, trying to find any way to bypass the parent, to still go with that old civil rights move. Nigga, we in a whole different time. They stuck in a loop. They stuck. If they would have been reborn with a different mentality or to cleave onto what God was saying with the Christ or with the Messiah, because that's the only Savior, y'all looking after all these other motherfuckers. You're not going to get it. They're just leading you more astray. So I don't know what to tell you. And the person that with the less knowledge that's sitting here that's got the straight communication is the one with the head on the straight, is the fairest of them all. That's why you tried to look for me and gave me that poison apple and tried to take me down. It's over. We got Bratchen. It could be a day in the life of these brats looking girls with the, most of it. Well, I say the brats girls got natural features, kind of puffy cheeks, lips kind of full, maybe heart shaped like mine, cat eyes. It was a natural thing. And then they start over pumping it or something. So I'm thinking that these are not regular beings here. They like stranger looking things. So they're trying to make us feel ugly or something like this as they exit off into what they're trying to make beauty, like Hazel Lee and them, shit like that. Somebody could also be saying this is Hazel Lee energy, but they're trying to wipe me out. Like if Kim Kardashian is a persona or something of me, they were trying to wipe me out if they, okay, say they made a robot or they made a clone of this person looked just like me back in the day. 4 years ago, I was looking just like this person, but the way she looked when she was 12 in her more pure essence, right? But you made another copy or something. You snake Niecy in there. Just like the Hazel Lee energy, they got these people brainwashed. Even if this is this blue energy, like that's not me. Why are you trying to do that or whatever? Like whatever the fuck. Oh well, that's the point. Okay, well then get the fuck on. Y'all can't be having that shit up in this kingdom. It ain't even nothing really left. I'm trying to sacrifice. I am trying to salvage what's left. These people that had something going in the wrong direction the whole time. Hold on 1 second. Like I told you, even if these people had to be compromised a little bit, entertainers were made to entertain, not to run music industries. They're gonna, the people they made songs with and collaborate, they're gonna say, oh, if they want to go on trial, if they want to go on tour, you know that this person ain't all the way put together. You know that it's gonna look bad, something like this, and you still try or put them in a movie. You know the person look, especially if it's gonna be in Hollywood or something. It's not. Maybe you could do them in B-class movies or something, but you know that the look, the inflated look and everything is not there. The Bratz look was not even invited into Hollywood. You could create another sector for that and it could work there. Why are you? Oh yeah, let her go on tour one more time because they got these trauma bonded things of the things that we might not have seen about the industry or whatever that these people could have put themselves in on their own or whatever this is. Okay, this is trauma bonding. It's no offense about this, but like even if I was like Ti or something, you should have been pulled Tiny off the stage. I mean, if your daughter could sing, shit, it'd be better off you getting her into a girls group or something now. It's time. Motherfuckers is holding on to the batons and the torches or something. You're not passing it on. You stalling. And everything else is crumbling around, and you can't even see it because you just like, oh, I always wanted to make my own record or something. The label might didn't let you make them because you're not good at making the whole record like that yourself. You needed the help of the label to make sure to perfect it or something like this. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know what's wrong with these people, dude. This could be also, I don't know, Sell Lee. So these people trying to get and tuck themselves up under who they think got money after they stole money from the company or me or whatever this is. And now they don't know what to do. And they flocking all around because it was okay for them to be up under me when I didn't know that they was up under me. When they were doing what they wanted to do with the finances, when they was getting rich and they was having all these gifts and everything like this. And now that shit, I didn't go in and necessarily say, give me them jewels. Now you being cast down. Get the fuck out of here. I draped you with all this stuff and then you went against me. It's just a natural order of things. Like I seen that rotten tomato status of Kim's new show, and then all of a sudden now they paying people to change their tune. No, say I did a good job or whatever. And that's why you're not gonna have no more money because the money don't need to solidify the. And that's why I say you ain't even looking perfect. Why the fuck would I want you to manage me? I ain't even. I'm just peeping the scene. I don't even know if I want to go into that arena. But if I did, no, it's gonna be on to myself. No, thank you. I don't. No. No. So they could have been trying to let this Niecy energy, if they made another clone with her energy, they were letting her run something over me. And that's when my life started to go because this person always must have had a jealous pitch. Maybe it wasn't said, but it had to be. Right? And these people are more Star Trek-y. So what you doing trying to go into Hollywood and try to go into these levels of the industry? Or tilling the soil or being a shepherd or being farmers. What? That don't even make you been spent the last 30 years messing with the empire and trying to change it from on top or in the air. You don't even know nothing about really what's going on down here. Why you think even if there was Africans, like they said, everybody's like, okay, it wasn't even that many Africans brought over. Why you think they was on the horses walking through there with the whip like the master? They wasn't doing the soil because the people that knew how to grow shit on the soil was the people that was already here. Why they cut off the feet? Because they could get far if they ran because some of them might have known the terrain. They might have known the soil, or they might have a permanent compass if they found themselves trapped in another part of the country to get out. The Africans wouldn't know what to do, or they'd probably just go right back to the ocean. If they was escaping, if they was coming over here in the slave shit, going here, and then what they gonna do? Try to run back to the ocean. What brought them here to think that they was gonna get back home? But the real Indians could go run off and start their own cotton farm. They could. They could have ran off or whatever to another part of the soil or something like this. Especially if this was to the north and did something, especially if most of the slavery was in the south. I don't know. I just think people don't be thinking. They just indoctrinated by something. But you got to make some shit make sense to me. That's that creative energy. And don't book or nobody else can tell me shit. Once I see it. Because it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It kind of matters to redefine your mind today to advance, but it kind of don't. That's like trying to put a CD in a record player or trying to put a fucking cassette in a CD player. Like, I don't know what somebody's doing. As long as you're doing somebody wrong or biting the hand that feeds you, you're not going to eat that good. Trying to tell you. Because it tell you there's nothing wrong with the person. Just the envy and the seething jealousy or something of some people. Maybe they never said, they say you was with this girl, y'all was best friend for 40 years, y'all did everything together. Yeah, but the way a motherfucker think in their head is different. That could be also powerful as well. If the way you was thinking was about the Messiah that everybody was trying to trip up in the future, yes, you would get a lot of people to go on your team. They don't like you either. They just wanted to go on your team and use you as the person to initiate the whatever it is towards the person. And what was the difference? Nobody had to even say, if these people would have just gave me my money or your money or whoever this is and let them go and gave them their envelope, please, and let them know who they is and what their agenda. Most of the people that's like me, we wouldn't even been online. We'd have been building shit behind the scenes and popping up like not even showing it or exploiting it or something like this. Or maybe you'll be talking about your brands or something. But, you know, I don't know. It's a different kind of like, it's not showing out, but it's doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like, I don't know. So nobody is supposed to be going and putting an anchor in another person and trying to, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. Nobody has the right to do that. Why are you doing that? Just do your own thing. And it's funny that, like I told you, these is motherfuckers that stole your bootstrap. Like King said that these are the people that tell you to go pull up your bootstrap. But I'm telling you, these is the people that stole your bootstraps. Or your documents, or your files, or your identity, or something like this. And some of these people could be the people that were fighting for civil rights back then. They solidified it being written about back then, but now they're back and they're doing something different. The same thing about this POC energy. We need to do this and that and love our women. That song was how long ago? Okay. And the song is just to solidify that when you think about this person, what's the first song that you think about? Okay. So you would never suspect somebody that's Pac or his children or somebody in that energy or they even look like him to do something wrong with women because somebody convinced you to fall for the strong delusion. Okay. And do you see how that works? I will make millions of records, get this tune in everybody's head, even our kids, 15 something years old, they probably done heard these songs. The same thing they're going to refer. Just like I Had a Dream. Same thing they're going to refer. Same thing they're going to refer. It wasn't until I was 30 something years and I was doing my own research that I found out Martin Luther King had other speeches. And I was able to pick up gems from them to just get a better understanding. I didn't use them to apply it to nothing. I'm not applying nothing. I got my own database where God showed me about things and businesses and stuff I'm supposed to be running today. Even if they do what they do and these nations fall and people stop going and people start creating, you know, like what I tell you about, ain't nobody about to stop getting their nails done. Okay. They might stop paying them prices. They may stop doing this or something like this. There's people now getting these little nail skin things. You could just put some glue on there, put it on your toenail, look like you got a pedicure, your nails look perfect. You know, but people still, some people still want to go. If motherfuckers is paying $800 for a long full set, people is still out there that still gonna go to the nail salon. They like the other person do their nails. They don't. I always hated doing my nails. I think it's like, even for me, it's like using my left hand somebody could be left-handed. But using my left hand trying to do, it was, I don't know. I don't know if it was like coordination or I just couldn't stand the feeling of it. It's like, I don't know. You know, I just don't know, y'all, but I hate it with a passion. So, you know, yeah. So it's something like this here. So again, we look at it too with the nail places, the Asian nail places, they have not upgraded themselves or nothing like this. Some of these places with the amount of money that's getting paid, even for just like in some places, this is still short. You get what I'm saying? The price is going up, but the service in the atmosphere is not going up. Like, how long is something going to be a shoe-in? You know, it goes the same way. Taking what you less than you deserving from people in your family, around you, in your life, in your community, in whatever services. A lot of us are stuck in towns where that's not changing. These people gonna stay how they are. It's a lot of, they making money. They ain't got time to be think about what you talking about. Gotta upgrade their shop or something like this because of this. They still getting the money, people paying it just fine and everything like this. That's why somebody don't want somebody to get the money. They've already seen what was going to happen. Yeah, coexist. Something can look at. I just said, some cannot. Somebody think that something cannot coexist. So you'll never find, some of us are in some type of greatness. We'll never find the proper job for us in the small towns that we came from. This is why people was trying to keep you stuck there. Keep that can also lower your vibration. It won't make you depressed, but it could lower your vibration. If people were constructively giving out money for other people to go and grow somewhere else, some of them end up coming back with nothing. But you would have made something, and they knew that, and that's why, that's why they didn't allow somebody to do it. And they're not the ones that's in charge, but now you stealing, and now who the fuck got the money? Now who? Quit playing. Now, even if you thought you was slick and I can't find you, now shit is crumbling in your life on its own because you tried to take somebody else's blueprint and use it for your own. In the intentions, something is heavy and dark and nasty and whatever. And so you could dress it up, you could put the finest clothes on it, everything is still the stench of whatever it is. They could smell like roses, but the stench of your works and your behavior is starting to seep up into the heavens. And really, it might be that funky that's what woke me up, or waking up people that's really connected in their mind to the heavens. So again, somebody did something sneaky here, 3 of Pentacles, so that a person cannot coexist with a group of people here. All right, 8 of Pentacles, these people could be in the underworld or something like this. All right, these people are, they might have to go back down to the underworld or go back to their origins or something like this. I don't know. And people could be trying to change our documents to make some of us end up going with them. Because look, it's saying coexist, but then that could be a lie. There's witchcraft being done. These people are being melted and smelted into our lives anyway, under the guise of Black or Latino or something. But they're really, you know, the authentic people of another nation that are here, possibly draining the energy of us that's left. Yeah, something is very off balance. So they could put a suit on and tie and everything going there, but they're not the right people that's supposed to be handling economics on that level. These are people that thought that they escaped the music industry or escaped this or escaped that, and then they could just handle these things. Trying to tell you. We got something off balance. We got some type of marriage. This could be 2 men, a gay marriage, or this canopy, okay, under my umbrella. Somebody could be like, yeah, people that's not gay is not about to be protected. So if you want to be protected, you're going to have to be gay, or you're going to have to get under this gay umbrella. And now everything is unbalanced. Everything is off balance now. There's some kind of, I don't know, sickness. And again, these people are not being protected in these unions or something like this. And there's no healing something, or these people could be carrying something. I think there is a Black Mirror, or there's another episode where these people are carrying something. Okay. It was the West Side something. American Horror Story. I can't remember. But it was about a group of men getting attacked or something like this. Because of their sexual preference, and they was shooting them up, or there was some kind of disease that was going around that was killing these men or something like this. Okay. These could also be women that, I don't have nothing against gay men. I just know that I will have my boundaries with gay men, just like I would have my boundary with any women or any best friends or anything. My boundaries is where my children lay their head. I don't give a fuck who you is. I'm not comfortable with people being there all the time. So that's just always been my boundaries. It don't matter. It's no offense to you. I'll go to your house every day, whatever like this. But I just was like that with my children. But they still got my children, which means you had to get to the man of the house, or you had to overpower the man of the house to get to my children. You didn't overpower me, or you had to blind me, or you had to give me something to blind me in order for I can't see what you was doing to my children. But on the level of a mom that can see what's going on with my children should have never felt like they was not safe if they would have told me the truth about something. So I told you that for money, some of these people in the past was getting in these relationships, getting these young girls that got money connected to them, or stealing money from their parents, putting it in the kid's name, adopting the children, and then the 2 men take the stuff and start business or something so they can be oppressive to other people or something, or women, okay, after stealing from the women, all right? But some of these are real relationships where, these people want to be free to be themselves, and they okay with being in this relationship. I don't know. Okay. So somebody could be gay and they're planning on being in a gay relationship here. There's not no healing something, right? But I feel like whoever this is not protected, and whoever this is sick and they not being healed. Temperance, unhealing. This is somebody like somebody is like sick. This could be also, these could be two women with penises. It doesn't, we're talking about the private parts here. The natural anatomy or the altered anatomy. Two people got the same thing here. All right. We got a Princess of Swords here in the reverse. This is also about usury or something like this. Okay. Princess of Swords. It's some type of indoctrination. We was worried about the schools, and now whatever. The indoctrination was going on around the family, the neighborhood, the community, things like this. And then it led right back into the school. It lapped right over. So whatever schools you got that you trying to tell me I don't have the education from X, Y, and Z, do you see the indoctrination? The reason, that's why God set some of us apart. And you ragging on the small amount that was set apart. Focus on the big amount that you got that went to college. Why are you looking over here trying to deteriorate the small amount that God made into greatness? Their problem is to weigh and rule and command on another level. We not the same. You needed to go to college to get that job so you could be a part of the work community. I need to be who I am and what God instilled in me to be a great ruler and a great commander. We're not the same. And if we're talking about the King of Kings or the one Jesus energy coming or the one Messiah coming to rule, ain't nobody on the same level. So who's judging me? If you ain't seen me if you got to come to my house and invade my house in order to make it seem like I'm doing something wrong, it's something wrong with you. That means I'm not doing nothing wrong. You needed to make me be looking like I'm doing something wrong to stop me from getting to my potential. Worry about yours. Because you can steal from me all you want, but you're never going to be me. You're never going to be the right one for that spot. That's why I'm about order. And it don't matter, because if I didn't have family and friends and people that had information about me before I had it, trying to stop me, I would be able to be in some type of nice home or palace, soaking my ass every night for my king. The fuck? When I'm soaking it for you to feed the community or something for you could come? No, absolutely not. King of Cups. Here we go with this energy again. The 7 brews energy, and then brujas. I heard brujas. 7 witches. Cocktail. And then you got this other person, this Starbucks energy. That's why I'm saying this shit is crazy, because we all thought that the Starbucks, I know this ain't like a replacement. Maybe this is a mate. Because we all know that Starbucks, that we thought that's a girl on there. So I don't know if this person came, he looked kind of mad. We might be coming with this reef around this damn, what is this, this shark trying to say, come on a date with me. That shark gonna eat your ass up so he got his lace front and his makeup looking perfect. He want to be on the sign for the damn Starbucks, bitch. Okay, like, come on, man. You got to have boundaries. You got to have boundaries, baby. You ain't got no money, bitch. You better, and I'm not saying boundaries like these other people use it. You better have some type of gumption, some kind of voice about yourself. Okay? Because they talk about these boundaries, but the boundaries is only being respected by the thugs of other thugs. The boundaries of the people is not being respected. How can somebody do a class on what boundaries are and how we can solidify them so that we don't have to worry about demons or other people jumping on us in the middle of the night? Tell me more about these boundaries Tell me more about these boundaries. Because I don't deal with nobody. I don't go on the street. I don't go hanging out with nobody. I don't go nowhere. I don't do nothing. Nobody should even be able to find me. So what are these boundaries? Can you fill us in on these boundaries? It's not like I'm going to my friend's house every night and there's a whole bunch of people over there and somebody can't follow me home. Nobody should not even be knowing nothing about me, how secluded I keep myself. So tell me about these boundaries. Yeah. Like somebody think that they slick. Yeah, there's some discipline here. There has to be order here. Somebody's not taking lovers. They're being very disciplined. So why is somebody trying to put a mental crutch on someone as if this is what they're out there doing or something? You have to go out of your way to try to force my mind to think something. You would have to go out of your fucking way to force my mind to think something. And you don't have no authority over me. But you're going to give somebody the perception that you got the authority over me to do what the fuck you want to do because I can't touch you. It's not like you sitting out in my yard like in that show Them with that little damn table and all them people, Caucasian people sitting out that house and that girl was coming out and they was just sitting there looking at her. Yeah, because if you stand on my lawn and come looking at me, I'm going to slice and dice every single one of you motherfuckers. But if you could use some technology to do it from a distance, you just going to try to make me look crazy. Yeah, we got Justica. Okay. Justicia. Jew, S-T-I, and C-I-A. Justicia. So these people be like, you so stupid. Why'd you say that or something like this? I'm telling you, God ain't going to let nobody touch. This is a way to cleanse. It's almost like, putting a piece of candy on the ground or if a piece of your ice cream fall on the ground, then now you come back out 10 minutes later to put your groceries in the summer and it's surrounded by ants. That's a natural resource about to take care of something. It came out and some natural something is about to, what they're doing to me and other people like me, if there is any, is abnormal. It's not natural. You have to go out of your way to do it. That means you knew what the fuck you was doing. And I told you stop and you're going to keep doing what you're doing. Your money is no good here. If that's what you want. Because I'm not no king or queen from another land. I'm also the daughter of the chieftain here. First. God wouldn't have planted me here first. I wouldn't have started my works here first. I don't want that damn... What the hell? I don't want that damn... identity of something that don't fucking belong to me. I don't want to be nobody else but me. Why does it sound like somebody's talking outside my house? Hold on. Yes, there is. Hold on. All right. It's a little concerning. A little bit. How ignorant some people is that think that they running something. Look what I was able to do. This is like somebody be like, yeah, we the one been running this for the last 3 years. You be looking at these motherfuckers like, oh my God. What is the damages? And then sit there and try to stand over somebody and act like they better than. Because you was able to break into some fucking expensive clothing store and steal a couple expensive bags or something. I'm supposed to say, oh yeah, this person really know what they doing with money. Look at them bags they got. For real? That's how y'all think? I'm hungry. Do anybody else get these? I don't know why I like them so much. It's like the perfect between like plain and kind of a little bit sweet. And it's cute. Oh, my feet, y'all. Oh, my God. My feet. Oh, my God. This is enough torture for me. This is enough torment for me, buddy. Not being able to find my Vaseline. Because my feet get really dry at the bottom. I think it's because of the pedicures. Sometimes. Just comes with the territory. They didn't used to be like that. That much. Well, when I was younger, I'm guessing that's why. Yeah. So I don't know if we got flying monkeys in reverse. So I don't know if flying monkeys are are taking over something. Like, I promise you, whatever these people did, they made everything that was supposed to be good bad. And everything, they're calling everything that's bad good. Then they got a nerve to try to act offended. Somebody could want you to fire somebody, but maybe you shouldn't. A new kid on the block. You know, sometimes I be thinking to myself, like, I know I'm the real me. This been my energy my whole life. But I'm like, somebody's hiding me though. Like, if I'm split, somebody's using that body for what they want. And I said no. Like, I don't ever want no man to say, oh, what you doing for me or something like this, or this person show me, bitch, if you with me in the marriage, you should not be telling me about what no other person do to you to show that they give a fuck about you or they care about you. That's where you messed up in the first place. If we didn't agree, if you didn't say, hey, I'm starting this company or whatever, oh, well, you know, and you sitting here talking about my secretary, such and such, always tell me, da 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 da. I can see where me and the secretary had to respect each other or something like this or whatever like that. But, are we getting like, Mary J. Blige, like, I was your secretary working every day of the week. All right, I would stop breathing when you told me to. So this could be some of these women that thought they was following the lead of a man, and now they can't breathe or they're not able to speak. So what they want to do is take the person that you really can't stop from doing that shit in general, period. You can make it look like it, and try to make me as an example. But in the end, you was just gonna. If these women was letting you do whatever you want to do, you was gonna get rid of them anyway. It ain't never gonna be a main bitch for a nigga like that. It just ain't. And I don't want the leftover same shit in the stunts you pulled for these other bitches for me. As the Empress. It's like, no. I'm gonna if you try to disrespect me, I'm gonna show you how you gonna respect me. Put it like that. This will also be some people that's like low honor. They're not high honor. They were not supposed to have the same things as, they don't have the same credentials as high honor. In the day that you catch somebody disrespecting you, you show them how they disrespected, how it made you feel, and that they're not going to do it. And so somebody use technology to continue to do it, or try to harm you mentally from anywhere in the world in order to continue to do it, that nigga gotta go. In this case, I don't know about no other female. And definitely ain't gonna be continuing to get on your knees and please this man sexually. I promise you, whatever, if it's built on just that, whatever you built is gonna crumble. So this is giving them that you don't have to fix yourself, or you don't have to get you some kind of, all this shit can be stemming from that. You don't have to get yourself some kind of maybe therapy because you don't know how to treat a woman because your dad was treating his woman like this, like a maid instead of a wife. Using instead of giving back. Until, you see what I'm saying? Until these women are done with. They're fizzled. They're fizzled. Right? And then they're already out there on the prowl getting another female or something like this. Or looking for something younger. I feel like some of these men purposely didn't step up for these children and for these single mothers. Perfectly. And the ones that was concerned about what people think about them, they played the part, but they knew that all the abundance was getting taken out from you and them and put somewhere aside. They was not going to play, or they was going to try to go out there and trick off and then hold back the finances and hold back this, or try to get you caught up so they can get all the money and thing, and then come back, think they could just come back. If you didn't catch them in enough time, think they could just come back and play normal. I don't know what kind of people these is. And then take away your right to say no by making sure that they removed all your money from secret accounts and stuff like this and put it somewhere else. And this is maybe the children of the 1%. Or just one person, which makes it easier to track. If I'm the only person that they did this to, and I'm America. And that's why the presence is so big, no matter what you try to do to try to drown it. These people know what's up. They know the time is coming where that race shit is not about to work. Your money, whatever this is not about to work. You're going to have to pay your dues. The woman is so burnt out because of taking on most of the responsibility, especially with the children, when the grandchildren, great-grandchildren come. She's dealing with all the stressors and all of this and that. And, oh, Mom, can I get extra money? Can't even. The problem that I think we're having on this channel that we're addressing is the utter disrespect. To show your hand and then force somebody to be some stupid bitch that's being pimped out. That can't protect herself from you. Because you can't take no for an answer, but you got a million other bitches. What you need me for? I promise you, if you had a billion bitches and they know about each other, we ain't the same. Again, why you got to be the author of confusion? If this business and this pimp shit or something like this, okay, say that. If you a polygamist, everybody should know that you a polygamist. We should all learn that. When somebody gonna try to entice you for something, they're gonna come put it on real thick and everything. You gonna fall head over heels or something like this. And I don't know, maybe God was teaching me the formula, but it's like we all seen the formula. You know, some of these people couldn't help it. They could have just got snatched on the way from work or something like this and thrown in the traffic, and we're not talking about them. Everybody didn't get a choice. Mm-hmm. That seemed like a masculine, or somebody was scared and trying to say they got me in another land or something. No, you got something like me, nigga. That's not me. Also, I know this is my more Mexican built body that you got on me right now. That's probably why my best friend came back into energy. This is not my regular built body. You try to look at me, trying to do what I do by looking at people by phenotype and bone structure and stuff like this. This ain't my regular body. So somebody could have tried to get rid of all my bodies, all my avatar, and you created this one. I don't even think this avatar even all that was a thing. You created it. I don't want this one. I want my regular body back. So you don't get in trouble. Because you know that it was women that were shaped like me back in the 90s that they built the BBL off of. And that's why I'm with the big stomach energy after having all them kids. But also, this is not the regular shape of my body. Somebody's hiding it so they can use it for some purposes I don't really agree with, probably. And that doesn't make me be looked at like a freak. It should make the company or the agency that's going around and doing stuff what they want to do with other people's body without permission, that's not afraid to lose their license or something like this. By invading somebody else's privacy or something like that. I'm hungry, y'all. I was hungry. But to find out these people that was claiming that they was people president, parents is not, and they mentally ill for trying to claim whoever these people is that they said was their children. In some of these cases. And I told you somebody using their money to make it seem like God is punishing you and you in hell and you falling and everything like this. Well, that's not the God that was communicating with me all my life. Honey. Can't fool me. Because it's almost like it is me. It's in me. That's why the feet so ashy. Because my feet don't normally get like this. They don't get this ashy like this. And I just can't stand people that's, somebody could have been trying to make me or you or somebody like a whore or something. You don't have no control of your sexual. It ain't even about that. I could have sex with a different person every day if I wanted to. It's the part that I don't understand is these is grown ass men that was able to tuck their whole family in and throw it in the trash for some new pussy. And if they really think about it, it wasn't even as good as the shit that they had. If they would have wined and dined that pussy, it'd have been the best pussy in the world, even better than that one. You know what I'm saying? You just got a new sensation. This is people that raise children now. Hear me now. How people like, oh, look, the baby look like they really enjoy. Girl, she gonna play with that toy. Watch. In about 20 minutes, she gonna put that toy down. Or she about to play with that toy. It about to be a good 3 weeks. Then she gonna be crying for a new one. Because you know the deal. And it's like those seem like those the energy harvesters right there. Can't you spot them? Can't you spot them? Just like in the Bible when they told them, we gotta reiterate these several times, y'all, to get it in people's head now. That we don't eat like that or we don't feed like that. There's a group of people that feed off of sexual energy. I was getting this morning. They could have thought you or I was one because you could have been looked at as a sexual symbol at some point in time. But when you were not, or when you are not, it doesn't matter what avatar you're in. When you're not, that's why we talk about the consciousness here. That's like you listening to men. They like, girl, you better go out there and start fucking. And God said, sit down right here. And let me do this. And then just because you feel like it's not getting done, you want to get up and start doing whatever to fit in with these people because you got fooled and you feel like it wasn't done. I bet you this is what a lot of them hot pants girls, the same girls that took over and hold of other women in the 90s, these mothers and these forever young mothers that wanted to make themselves seem dainty, but they was jumping in our vassals and trying to sleep with these men and recruit more people from the community to traffic. You're the whore. You're the handler. You was the ones handling us. You the hoe. You still the old hoe, the young hoe, the new hoe, the witch hoe, the old chrono hoe, the chronos hoes. Somebody is using my avatar and that's important for me. This is America's avatar. What is my military doing if they not working for America? What is the military doing if they not working for America? Your families are going to feel it. Why are you even just still having children? Because I'm telling you what's coming. You want to care about your children now? Oh, after you've stolen from the very abundant daughters of Zion or daughters of God, and you sharing the booty with some hoes for booty, and the children and all this other stuff. Now you worried about your children. Okay, I'm glad to know that because now I see what you was doing to my children, and now. Ain't nobody really that worried about yours. You not even worried about your own children. These I'm doing down for mine or something. They ain't even yours no more. So this curse is now on these people that they try to do this shit right here to people that dedicated their life to their family. You about to get that. You thought you were so smart. You about to get that. You about to get eaten up by these children next. Flying monkeys. I'm telling you, these are like these little groups, these little militias that they built. Poverty. Mentally, emotional, unstable alley. Yeah, because this person was trying to Somebody could be going back and forth whether to give this to this light-skinned girl. Somebody is new on the scene. Or give this Ace of Pentacles, or connect me to one of these people, or this emotional alley energy. I mean, this could be one of this Oscar's kids energy, but this could also be that little girl Allie that claimed that she was trafficked, but you was a part of the trafficking. You was a part of the trafficking, and you the one that was also setting people up. Because you Tupac daughter. And y'all was a part of this with the crooks. Like, why you mad? Because somebody can see it now. Yeah, we got the evil eye energy. They're going to be karmic now. And try to block somebody from being a star, which you wasn't reaching for that in the first place. Somebody was already born a star. But supposed to do greater things. So in that aspect, this is when Jesus is supposed to do greater things. The knowledge that Jesus was dropping was make you do greater things in your own domain. But Jesus is a star to do greater things in the star element here. But that's not a luminary. It's not a luminary. Because it's like somebody like, no, I was just holding it. Shit, I don't even know your name, your address. I don't know. The whole country is looking for you. How the hell was I going to be able to find you? So that we could share the money if you claimed you was getting the money because it was my money and you just knew that these people was going to steal it. This could be like a Joseph energy. Somebody could be finding out that you, they could be trying to call me a Joseph or call somebody else another Joseph or something like this and put the person in another country because this could be also maybe what they did with this Snowden person, okay? Try to put the person in another country because they know the truth, okay? But then in 2025, you would have to be saying that this is the truth and that I'm not in another country, I'm still here. So this could also be Illinois under pressure because they're trying to make it like I'm from Wisconsin by making a fake avatar and putting it here and still using my vassal in Illinois. And I said no. Yeah, we got imprisonment. We got the Earth angle. The Earth Angel and the Fitzgerald. This could be like this daughter and this person. They was trying to say, oh, apologize to them. But they in reverse. Why would I apologize to them? So, somebody knows how to, yeah, we got the entity attachment person here. This could be the father of this person and the friend of this person. Why would I apologize? Then you got the emotional astronaut. Or somebody that cannot astro project. They could be sad because they feel like people could do something that they can't do. We also got a third party. If you don't want to be in a third party, they're gonna block the messaging. But they're gonna put you in a love offer with somebody that's in prison. Okay. All right. They're putting somebody in a love offer in prison. Or this person was in prison and they sent this person in to be going to visit this person in prison. This could be sending somebody in to have sex. Like if they got money in prison. Some of these people knew that they was going to prison, so they try to stock up a lot of money. And they could be paying to have like, you know, encounters or private rooms with visitation or something like this. While somebody is in prison. But why are you in prison? Why is this person in prison having this much power? Even with the money. Because somebody else is the boss here. 1988. Somebody else is the boss. It's like banishment for the Fitzgeralds from the royal family. Or from this, whatever this is here. Until I figure out what this is. Somebody trying to put somebody in jail for life. A boss. But this person is not guilty. Then we have this one over here to the side here. I don't know, man. This person is not guilty. This could be this Gates energy also trying to lock up somebody else for some crimes that these other people did. Somebody looks at a person as dispensable. Oh, you went against, this is like somebody be like, you went against God. You got to suffer this thing here. And then this person is going against God or trying to rape and pillage God or get inside of God or obsessing over God or something like this, their own self. But they keep on being able to sacrifice somebody else and continue to do what they're doing until now or something like this. We got this unbothered energy. Hold on, y'all. My fucking thing is... This person been stealing people. Hold on, they doing something right here. You've been stealing people. You've been trafficking people. And we could tell that you, yeah, you could be, this could be Mexico, actually. Karma Bites could be Mexican. They could be trying to also do my genetics off that person, like that's my mother or something like this, so that these people don't get in trouble for stealing my Barry White inheritance and killing that particular avatar or removing it. The family or the wife or something like this. Somebody could have been the other wife. This could also, somebody could have tried to Hannah a person, like the youngest wife never got nothing or something like this. But the person is dead now, and this is God, not just somebody's wife. So, okay. And so these men are getting removed here. The whites might be getting banishment. All these people. This could also be, these names are also involved with the John Bonet case. I wouldn't be surprised if these people were the bleached skin versions of these people that got money and was able to bleach their skin and hide themselves in another part of society or in the north or something like this. Wolf, what's his name? J. Wolf, Nightwalker Wolf, Night something. They've been changing my avatars without my permission, and that's why I would ask to have all these things shut down. This person could be trying to hide this child amongst this person because they would have to explain how this child was created maybe 18 years ago with less than 18 years. This person would have to answer for how did this... These are other men that could have been looking at me and my person creating. If they were still in the DNA to do the same thing. 4 kids, okay, let me get 4 eggs. I'm going to have 4 kids by her too. And then when she's dead, I'm going to be able to, you know, my children are going to be able to be in the sports to see if they can be the queen now. Something. Somebody, I don't know. Somebody did something here because this is like a humiliation. Shut up, bitch. I'm the boss. So somebody could have even got this child underneath their arms here. And the child is trying to act like they happy, but they really crying because somebody is being raped and pillaged or physically having sex with a person here. There could be 2 people. This child is begging for help because of this high priestess or whatever this is, and this witch person in reverse. This could be somebody that's obsessed with seeing this person in reverse. Just like I talk about the dynamic, it had to change. Like when me and my kids used to go to my in-laws' house, and you know the other people was there, the sister, her kids, the sister-in-law, her kids, da 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 da. The narrative, I haven't been over there really to sit and be over there for like 5 years. Again, still the same thing. But I'm pretty sure the dynamic has changed. The juices that's flowing around there were all now the grandchildren or the nieces and nephews that's having children and stuff like this. And they got mamas and baby mamas, and they got the other mamas of the baby mamas. And I can only imagine. I can only imagine what the energy can't be the same. The matriarch, the first mother, the first woman that married into the family was me. And I could not, I don't know. It could be feeling like something is missing. But people could be trying to act like, oh, it's not. We got plenty of people over here. Yeah, but what's the quality? Because I was never phony around my in-laws. I cared about my in-laws when I was in their family. I just took some time out for me. But I guess it really don't matter because being even like that, my children still were afflicted in some type of way that I'm probably not even really 100% privy to. So I can feel from a distance, I can feel that the genuineness is not there anymore. Do you see what I'm saying? The genuine, the authenticity of it is not there, meaning that this might even be a new, we might not want to have these plants here. It's just more, right? That these are not, that it's like, I'm getting like larvae. Like something is, the quality of something is not, I don't know. Something is like larvae. But it's like maybe this, if this, if these people from the 90s left me that house or something, they don't want what's going on in that house. They might have wanted me or my person or something like this. We got trans. Somebody could be a transgender person that died. All right. We got the nice guy with the transgender person. And then we got this person here. Okay. So maybe somebody died. Maybe in somebody's situation, your mother-in-law or a mother could have passed away. And when this person passed away, they could be acting like this person is still sick and still need tending to. But somebody done passed away already. That's just a something is a facade, or something is a, holograph or something. Somebody already passed away. It's almost like you got the girl with the thoughts that was looking for love, but love is being blocked out by this nice guy. It's like, if I can't have you, nobody can. But somebody else died here. But I feel like this person just body jumped and got a new whip. And now they with a new female in this new whip. And these people could be holding on to this child because the child, or protecting this child behind a star or a celebrity family, because this child got whatever the finances is. See how this is kind of far away from this nice guy? But a nice guy would not be trying to cover up the heart. What he say in that song? What did he do to your heart? And tell me what's on your mind. What exactly did he do to make you cry this time? I will be your comforter. Yeah, because look at this community of people that's behind. Somebody left for somebody with a community of people that's in the reverse here. And they did not drop a message on their way out the door. So somebody died. Like, they could be still alive. They could seemingly be alive still on this plane, but the real person is dead. I feel like somebody was hoping that you would be their next person. Okay? And they could have feel rejected here. And then we got a nice guy. The third party situation in reverse. The boy, the man, the younger man here is in reverse. And then these two girls is in reverse. It's like somebody got rid of the nice guy could have got rid. This could be somebody on their family tree. Got rid of this person so that they can destroy these two women. This is somebody that don't like intelligent women. So we could be in a society where they're doing this to intelligent women. Somebody want to continue to act like they're God or something like this here. Somebody's trying to continue to act like they are the God. Okay? Somebody's acting like that. They might have had to. I'm not sure. Soulmate energy in reverse. Message in reverse. Somebody's not telling about a soulmate. I mean, because I don't know, maybe your soulmate is connected to this child. And somebody else is saying, no, that's my son. That's my daughter. So they can marry this person secretly or something. But it's like, no. Like, I don't know. Or somebody was, somebody was using a ritual or a spell that this child was your soulmate. Somebody was using a ritual or a spell that your child was your soulmate. They read it wrong. The child is actually in the upright. Somebody put something on a child to make them like obsessed or crave or something their mother in a strange way. And they was like, no, because this child was the soulmate, but this is not true. And somebody is these ancestors, so called, that is still covering up and putting a bad community around this person and covering up the heart and trying to behead this person. There's the arm again. We keep seeing arms. There's the third arm. And again, look at this girl right here, this Mexican girl, or India. This Mexico or India. Her arm is missing on here. She want to use this person's arm. This person took like somebody's fingertips or something like this, because even when I was I was taking a nap and I told y'all how this hand is kind of numb. It feels like it's kind of swollen. Well, when I woke up, I could feel my hand, but I couldn't feel these two fingers. And they was acting crazy. They was like, I was like, what the fuck? I can't feel my fingers. Like I could, like from here. I don't have diabetes or nothing, no health problems. And I was trying to move my hand, but I could not feel this. It's like I had to wait a minute for my hand to get back online, bitch. Okay? For my pinky and this finger to work. I was sitting there looking, like trying to move it, but they were not moving. And I had to, it's almost like I had to wait for my shit to get back online in order to move my whole full hand. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, oh no. Because I remember on that gay pride episode of it wasn't Black Mirror, it was American Horror Story. That man had to cut his hand off to escape. That man had to cut his hand off to escape out of there and then let that other dude go free so he can go alert the police before they both got messed up. And so he had to keep on going on with no hand. Like after they escaped and they was trying to tell the police where they were. I never finished that series, but I just remember that part when he had to saw off his own hand just to get out of whatever they were in. You get what I'm saying? So it could be something like this. Okay? Like, I wonder if it's because everybody be so talking about, oh, it's so real. It wasn't really real when you went in there and tried to do this shit. Like, come on. You're not telling God nothing. I'm telling you, people is going to want to get this message out. More people are going to want to listen. You're trying to get rid of me or something like this. These people are going to try to tell you. This is a small thing that could have happened in a small town right in the heart of the USA, but it's bigger than you think. The way that they allow these people to spread, you've already done the work. So a lot of people think that they did whatever this is. You already fucking done the work. You already done it. Trying to stop somebody from being who they are so other people can be it. We got this yogi energy, or this could be somebody that's maybe very zen, or maybe a monk or something like this. There's a man that is I think he's Japanese, and he'd be talking about, you know, like being calm and doing these things or whatever. He kind of looked like this, but he kind of looked like Michael Jordan a little bit to me. But light skin. But he be like, I be seeing his clips or his shorts come up in my feed or whatever. But again, this person is blocking messages here. I feel like somebody won't show love or something like this. I don't know. I don't ever think a man should be able to use tools to manipulate a woman or force a woman into something that she's saying, hey, you didn't give me enough to gravitate towards me for me to gravitate towards you. Let's stop this here. And somebody's like, yeah, it's enough, bitch. Listen to me. You know, because you're going to be dealing with something that comes in and out like a broken record or something like this. The connection is being forced. It's being forced. And 9 times out of 10 is because you did something wrong. It's not this person should not have to suffer because all these people want this person to be their punching bag of love. You did something to get disconnected from this type of natural love or natural whatever this was. That's also people like, oh, well, these were the Japanese. We're going to make you feel the pain when we went through I didn't do anything to nobody in the Japanese internment camps. I don't think that my parents did either. I feel like somebody could have inherited something because they were good at handling a certain situation or bringing order to a situation. But I don't know. Shit, I don't know what none of this stuff is. It ain't got nothing to do with me. If all you got to do, you want to own me or have access to me or be over me so you can control me, that ain't for me. It ain't never going to be for me. That's why you always going to have a hard time trying to force something. Somebody has skin color this way. This give me like even the skin color of like a Tiger Woods. Somebody got the skin color of like a Tiger Woods here. Like that peanut butter complexion. Yeah. We got this person got eyes for the sun. That's why you locking this person up. And this person behind them that you're trying to let in is lustful. This person got passion, like, like sexual passion, sexual healing passion in his eyes. I don't really like it. Like hypnotic. This make me think about one of them liquors that they made in the past couple years, like a purple smoky color or like a teal blue smoky color. Like, I don't know, I'm getting hypnotic. Like, I get hypnotic in the, you gotta put me down. Up, down. I'm about as light as and we could go all out. I ain't afraid of this. The technique to flip a girl inside out. What's that all about? You gotta put me on. Word around town is you're 9 men strong. I think it was a Thursday. Okay, that you want to sink your teeth in. Make you want to ask, where the hell you been? I want to be down. Listen, okay? Somebody about to lock this nigga up. This person only got eyes for the sun. I mean, depending on who they saying the son is. Why you putting this person in jail? I just wish these people would never trust these people and get... Because I feel like if we all was at this point where you know what they're doing before they're doing it, and you really just... Like, you really trying that shit on me? But some of these people didn't walk into the... They didn't walk into the portal or something here. And they cannot handle it. These people made them feel like they was on top of the world. Like, even they could check some of these people or something like this. Yeah. For real.
Walmart's top brand gift surprised every last one. Walmart has Tony and espresso, even apple. Oh no.
Like, this would be weird if this is like a girl cousin or a cousin of yours that got in love with you or something like this. That would be weird. That's weird, man, because I don't like nothing like that, man. You gotta stay what the fuck you showed up as. You gotta stay what you showed up as, cause that's just ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna make me say, oh, well, that's intriguing. No, when I was a little kid and we didn't know what a cousin was, shit, you could have found one of us humping in the closet, bitch. But as a grown ass woman, I don't give a fuck how fine my cousin is. I'll have to be feeling some kind of way if you try to tell me that this is the way it is. Well, shit, the God didn't tell me that. I don't know what part of my daddy and uncles and shit you talking to. Obviously, they didn't talk about it around me because they didn't want to feel like they was judged by me. No, I don't look at the family dynamic the same. Yes, I am seeing that some of these people actually were not your family, but which one you want? Tell me what you want it to be. You want me to call treason and take all my shit back? Or do you want to say that you really is the uncle or something, but you want to marry me? Like, what the fuck is this? And then black people all that time fooled us in the hood like, girl, that's white people shit. We don't do no stuff like that. But that's exactly what you must have been doing. And they looking at it like this, but I'm thinking of it like a newborn. They looking at the fact that I come on here and I talk to y'all about everything. Almost. When it comes to this issue. As a weakness. Oh no. That's where you got something twisted. They think that those things are just sayings. No. They know what they hear, even if they got to act like they uninterested. If somebody still have their own brain power, there's nothing, you're not telling me about what the fuck I'm saying that is not resonating with somebody, even if there's some cussing. Sometimes you don't get to pick the delivery of the message that you're getting.
This is the story.
And these people that judge it, I'm telling you, they not. Some of them are not judging on that level. They're not gonna throw no stone because they know they can't. They just the people that end up having to do this particular type of job, or think that that's what they're doing. Hold on one second.